Hi friends, this video clip is a continuation of the breathing of the fabrics, breathability of the fabrics. Last class I gave introduction about the breathability of the fabrics. See, in this class I am going to give you a brief information on what are the factors influencing breathability of the fabrics. Breathability, we talking breathability nowadays in this 21st centuries, but before also, when textile fabrics invented, when textile designs, fabric designs occurred, designed, new designs happened in the olden days, in like go back 100 years back also, the fabrics worn by the peoples of the world, they used those fabrics also are breathable fabrics, natural, the fabrics made from natural fabrics are also breathable. Why we are discussing now? Why we are giving importance to the breathability? Nowadays you see sportswear, activewear, we are talking about breathability. What finish is given to the fabric? You see in today's export house, in buying house, merchandisers, buyers, technicians, developers, they are talking breathability. The fabric is exceptionally breathable with waterproof, windproof, and coated with special performance chemicals. It's a durable fabrics and having good quality, good resistance. The fabric is function very well and multifunctional fabrics. Now we're talking, and the fabrics finish given on the base fabric, polyester, nylon. We're talking nowadays whatever sportswear fabrics are there, sportswear garments are there, activewears are there. Those are all not made by 100% cottons. They are made by polyesters, nylons, blends, and sometimes blend with the natural fibers. This breathability is given to the polyester based fabrics, nylon based fabrics artificially by the technicians, by the developers, textile technicians. But this breathability was there in natural fabrics, the natural garments, cottons, the whatever nowadays also what we are wearing the cotton fabrics, shirtings, or any type of designs, cotton designs, clothings, these are all breathable. Because at that time the cotton or linen which are breathable, which are also breathable, but we have not discussed it. But we have told only cotton is comfortable, linen is comfortable. Like that we discussed. We have not told cotton fabric is breathable, linen is breathable. We have not discussed. Cotton is comfortable, linen fabric is comfortable. But in that word comfortable is there, no? In that word comfortable, breathing is also there. Breathing is also there. Not only comfortness included breathable, other factors also there, which are helping the fabrics to breathe well and keep the wearer comfort. Shall we discuss now? Factors before we go for explaining the artificial breathability, artificial techniques used to breathe the polyester fabric with windproof and waterproof coatings. First we understood the natural fabrics, also breathable. What are the factors influencing the breathability? If we understood this, then we can definitely understood the artificial techniques used by the 21st century textile technicians and developments. You see nowadays in Taiwan, in Japan, in China, huh, artificial breathable fabrics are produced. Especially the fabrics are bonded with membranes, breathable membranes. Those membranes are invented. They are challenging to the natural fabrics. They are multifunctional breathable membranes are there. That we'll discuss later. To understand those techniques, now I have to understand the factors which are influencing the natural breathability of the natural fabrics. Okay, we'll discuss one by one. And before that, I would like to tell you that please click the title of this video clip. Description will open. In this description, I am giving a notes of whatever discussing in this class. In future, in nowadays, in future videos also, whenever you open my videos, please click description notes. You will find the notes. If you may confusion in my language or in my pronunciation, you can go through this. Even while watching the videos, you can scroll down the notes. Okay, please check that, open that, you will come to know where the notes is there in this video. Okay, we'll discuss what are the factors influencing the breathability of the fabrics. Now, the first point is fiber morphology. The fiber morphology. What is this fiber morphology? Fiber morphology is the internal structure of the fiber. Morphology is any fiber, cotton, wool, linen, silk, polyester, nylon, acrylic, whatever the body is there, fiber body is there, internal structure. That fiber is made of specific substances, and that specific substance inside is having some structures. That is, chemical bonding will be there, crystalline region will be there, amorphous region will be there, highly oriented regions are there. What is this crystalline, amorphous, highly oriented regions within the fiber? Because whatever the example I am giving you, in cotton, what is the substance of cotton? Cellulose. What is the substance of linen? Cellulose. Cellulose is a substance. Whatever the chemical, the molecules are there, all molecules of the substance, the cellulose substance, are formed or linked or formed in a chain form. The polymerization of the molecules, a line of polymer chains, one single chain having number of molecules, okay, and some chemicals, bonding chemicals will be there. Each fiber is having its own chemical content and bonding agents will be there, and the other things. That is the chemistry. I will not talk about the chemistry here. Only I will tell polymer chains will be there. A chain of polymer, number of chain of polymers together forming a morphology. Some 100, 200 or number of thousands of polymer chains are together, bonded together, and if they are parallel, if they are standing parallel to the parallel of the fiber, orientation to the fiber or axis of the fiber, these are highly oriented. If the polymer chains are stand or fixed or oriented parallel to the axis of the fiber, those position of the polymer chains are highly oriented. These highly oriented chains, if polymer chains are parallel, positioned parallel to the axis of the fiber, length of the fiber, if the number of such positions are more, this is highly oriented, regions, if such highly oriented regions are more in the fiber, that fiber have the more strength or more tenacity. The strength of the fiber or tenacity of the fiber is increased. It's proportionally as increased in the highly oriented regions. If the polymer chains are not highly oriented and they are placed irregularly, horizontally, crisscross manner, hanky-panky, whatever is there, then the strength of the fiber is very loosened, and also because of the hanky-panky, crisscross manner, individual or whatever the irregular manner, there is no orientation one another or orientation to the axis of the fiber, then such fiber, the strength of such fiber is very less, and but efficient in bending, efficient in pliability, efficient in softness, efficient in resiliency, because the orientation is very less. It's like rubber, it is flexible. And also this type of position is called crystalline position, amorphous and crystalline. One more position is, that is amorphous. Amorphous means, and whatever the polymer chains are arranged and whatever the leftover space will be there, that's amorphous regions. The whole, if suppose in a tube of fiber, if some polymers are highly oriented parallel to the axis of the fiber, some polymers are placed here and there randomly, that is a crystalline region, and whatever the leftover area is there, space is there, empty space, that is amorphous region. What is the role of that? How much more empty space is there, that much of wettability of the fabric, that much of dyeability of the fabric is efficient. The dyeability of the fiber, wettability of the fiber is depend upon the how much percent of space available within the fiber. That will allow the water particle or dye particle or finish particle inside to accumulate, to occupy. One point. Second point is that space is responsible for the moisture regain percentage. Moisture regain means it will allow the moist particle inside, and also air particles also inside. Okay, the humidity particles also inside, humidity, moist, whatever is there, that space, and also that space is responsible for the breathability of the fiber. If space is more, the moisture regain is more, moist regain is more, and dyeability is more, breathability is more. That is how fiber morphology, that is tested morphology. Fiber morphology is moisture regain. This is how. Okay. Second point, hope you understood this morphology. Breathability. If the fibers are having more space, the fiber will breathe, so that moist particle go inside and outside. If humidity is more, if outside humidity is more, if outside humidity is more, the moist will go inside. If the outside temperature is more, then the water particle inside gets dried, the fiber gets dried, the space like this, the fiber gets feel dried. So this is how it will help to breathe. Understand? It will give the, if space is more, and also it gives the comfortable to the wearer. Okay, this is one point. So okay, in second point I am going to discuss here is fiber blend proportion. What is that? Second one is fiber blend proportion. What is fiber blend proportion? This is also one of the factors influencing breathability. Nowadays, what the production of garments are coming out from the export houses or sold in the market, or most of the apparels are labeled having hang tag of fiber composition. 65% polyester, 35% cotton, 68% cotton, 32% polyester, 10% wool, 10% polyester, 20% that, 30% this, 45 that's, like that. Or 65% cotton, 35% tencel, or 42% polyester, 58% nylon, polynylon blend, polynylon blend, okay, and polycotton blend, nylon cotton blend, polyester viscose blend, viscose wool blend, like that. There is blending will be there. Suppose example, compare cotton and polyester blend. Simple. We should not talk about the nylon. Now, polyester, 65% polyester, 35% cotton. What is the percentage of fiber is more? Polyester percentage is more. Cotton is 35% is there. In the garment, in the apparel, polyester content is more. Cotton content is less. Now tell me, cotton, compare the cotton fiber and polyester fiber. Which is comfort? Which is comfortable? Which is comfortable? Cotton is comfortable or polyester comfortable? If both are staple, cotton is also made of staple fiber, polyester is also made of staple fiber, and the specific gravity of the cotton, specific gravity of the polyester, okay, moisture regain percentage of the cotton, moisture regain percentage of the polyester, okay, these are all the factors, and fineness of the cotton and fineness of the polyester, tenacity of the polyester, tenacity of the cotton, these are all the factors influencing the comfortness to the wearer. How it is influencing the breathability? If the moisture regain percentage of the polyester is always less compared to cotton. Cotton percentage, how much cotton percentage is there? Up to how much? 13%. It is good. No, not 13%. 13% and more is in wool. Up to 8.5 to 9%. Polyester is also very less, because now talk about the morphology. In polyester, fibers are drawn artificially through the spinneret, man-made spinneret. The highly oriented regions of polymer chains are more in polyester than natural fiber cotton. The tenacity of the polyester is more than the tenacity of the cotton. The amorphous region in the polyester is very, very less than the amorphous region in the cotton. So the space available in the polyester is very less than the space availability of the cotton. So the dyeability or wettability or moisture allowable or air available or breathability of the polyester is very less than the moisture available or wettability or dyeability of the cotton. So if you compare in this, then definitely polyester is less comfortable than the cotton to the wearer. Now, cotton percentage, total whole cotton percentage of the garment is 35%, polyester is 65%. So if you distribute this comfortness to the wearer, breathability will be less. Comfort is less than the 100% cotton. Hope you understood. It is a brief explanation, not in deep. You can refer any other Indian books or authors, whatever number of authors are there, number of technicians. Just I'm giving you idea in this video, 10 minutes, 20 minutes video clip. It's just I'm giving you idea. The third, I'm coming to the third, is yarn construction. Yarn construction. Yarn construction in textile term say spinning of the yarn. Spinning of the yarn, how the yarn is spun. Yarn is spun in two forms. The staple yarn is spun and filament yarn is spun. What is staple? What is filament? Staple is a small fiber length 1.5 to 3.5 inch, and filament means 100 to 100 meters of number of filaments are twisting together. That is filament. Okay, yarn constructions. If the yarn is spun with the staple fibers, the comfortness of the wearer, the comfortness existed or created in the fabric is better than the comfortness can be created by the filament yarn. And softness of the staple fiber yarn or softness of the filament yarn, totally different will be there. Again I am coming to morphology. Here in staple, the length of the fibers is very less, and in filament the length of the fiber is more, only twisted is there. Okay, and also the space, not only in the morphology of the fiber, while twisting, while the fibers are added, stick to one another while twisting in the ring frame, in case of staple, okay, chances of air permeability, chance of space available, creation of the small pores, chances of the spaces, micro level spaces available between the fibers in the while twisting the yarn, while in the construction of the yarn, chances is there. That is between the fibers, fiber to fiber, even though they have good cohesive properties, stick to one another, and also there is chance is there to allow air to permeate the air inside the yarn. But in case of filament yarn, filament spinning, it's not there, because there is no question of cohesiveness. Long 100 to 200 meters of yarns are twisted together in filament yarn. And also, if yarn construction is loose or twist per meter or TPM is less, it will allow the wicking. If any water particle drop, fall on the yarn, wicking will take place. If the fiber is having good moisture regain properties, if space is available in the fiber and space is available between the fibers, wicking of the water particle takes place. This wicking will help the breathability of the garment. Whatever the moist inside the garment will transfer to the outside environment. Whatever heat inside will go and moist go outside and evaporate and keep the wearer comfort. Wicking property is important in breathability. Wicking of the, in natural fiber garment, cotton, linen, wicking of the fibers, wicking of the yarn playing an important role. Okay, it's stop now. Now I am going for another properties, that is fabric construction. What is fabric construction? Fabric construction is also playing an important role in creating breathability of the fabrics. What is breathability of the fabric? How it is created? Definitely creates. Anybody can see. Fabric is interlacement of warp and weft. Okay, there is a interstices or holes, small holes, air holes between the yarn to yarn, between the warp, between the weft yarns. There is spaces here and here. The construction. If the construction, that may be plain view or twill view or satin view, herringbone view, whatever the view, whatever the geometry of the fabric, definitely there is an interstices available, and also percentage of the interstices or percentage of the air permeable through the fabric, it depends upon the construction of the fabric, geometry of the fabric, the tightness or close construction or loose construction of the fabric. If the garment fabric is made with fine yarn and loose construction, definitely the air permeability will be there. If the cotton fabric made with the plain view or take twill view with tight construction, the permeability of the air percentage will be less. It depends upon the construction. Air is permeating through the fabric between the yarns. Inside, air is permitting go inside to touch the skin of the body, or moist particle created or humidity created inside the body to transfer outside. It also depends on fabric constructions. In case of natural fibers, I'm telling you, in case of polyester, if we think about 10 denier, 20 denier yarn of polyester or 20 denier of the nylon, if with the plain view, if heavy construction of definitely required for 20 denier yarn, how much construction yarn ends per inch is required, picks per inch is required, 290, 300, that much of dense is required. In such a first of all, polyester or nylon fibers are not air permeable or breathable, and the construction is 290, 210, 180. At high dense construction make the fabric compact. Okay, it is not comfortable, but to make breathable, extra finish is required, and we will discuss later. Hope you understand fabric construction, how it influences, and also next, air permeability of the fabrics. So already I discussed air permeability of the fabrics. Air permeability of the fabrics. It depends upon the fabric geometry of fabric construction. The fabric should permit air somewhat to give comfortness. That is already discussed. And also wet processing applied. Wet processing applied. What is that? Wet processing applied. Wet processing applied to the fabric. What is wet fabric in textile? Wet fabric means the fabric, the grey fabric woven in the loom, taken for what are the preparatory process are there? Sizing, scouring, desizing, all those factors. Okay, then taken for dyeing. Okay, all what dyeing, then taken for finishing. All these finishes are done with the solution in a liquid form. Okay, so the fabric is processed in a liquid, in a solution of the chemicals. Maybe dye chemical, dyes or chemical finishing chemicals, whatever it is, a solution. Okay, wet processing. How it is influencing breathability, wet processing. Okay, wet processing, how it is breathability? Can we assume? Already told morphology, amorphous region of the, say I am talking about the cotton, amorphous region of the cotton fiber. Okay, say 30% of crystalline region will be there, 30% of highly oriented region is there, balance 40% is amorphous region is there. In that 40% amorphous region is responsible for allowing the dye particle, finishing particle inside. And also the type of dye stuff, if you use reactive dyes, that reactive dyes directly go inside to the amorphous region and directly reacting with the chemical bonds of the polymer chains. That is a reactive dyes. If you go for base dye or wet dye or a direct dye, some ordinary local dye, that will not react with the polymer chains, that will go inside amorphous region where a space is there, go and occupy inside or occupy stick to the outside of the fiber, so that the color will come to the fiber, intern yarn, intern fabric. Come to 40% of the amorphous region. Say we have not used reactive dyes, we have used local dyes, wet dyes and other dyes, direct dyes for cotton. So the space available 40% is there. In that 40%, don't think that all 40% of the amorphous region is covered by the all colors, color particles. Say 20% is used for color particles. The remaining 20% will be there. In that remaining 20%, I am assuming as a textile person, I am assuming 20% is occupied by color particle and remaining 20% finishing particles may change the characteristics of the property, maybe in the alteration in the morphology. So assume that 10% amorphous region space is available in the cotton morphology of woven fabric. In that 10% can it used for breathability or comfortness to the fabric wearer, or give the comfortness to the wearer, or softness to the, or comfortness or breathability. Can we use? Yes, that will also helpful for breathability. If all fiber morphology is covered with the crystalline design, olive-oriented design, all water particle, dye particle, finish particle, everything, then there is no space to enter moist particles. If the sports person sweat, perspiration, if he spills perspiration, where to go that? Cotton. It's like polyester. Okay? Okay, then I will go for next. Hope you. There's a small things. Type of finish. Type of finish is also an important factor for breathability. Type of finish. What nowadays in 21st century, all over the world, many designs are coming out, very finishes, technically challenging finishes with a good price, good quality other things. And in that stream, the regular finishing are coatings, PU coating, windproof coating, water repellent coating. These are common. Fire resistant finishes, fire retardant finishes, anti-micro, what is it called? Anti-insect, so many, some chemicals. I'm sorry, I'm forgetting some finishes. Okay, so many things. Anti-odor finishes, so many finishes. It depends upon the end use. It depends on the end use. Okay, those are all finishes applied to the fabric. If you apply to the fabric, that will affect the breathability. That will affect first the characteristics, the quality or property of the fiber or yarn construction, or in one or the, it may affect on yarn construction, it may affect on fabric construction, it may affect on air permeability, or it may affect on blend proportion, or it may affect fiber morphology. Okay, this is how finish are applied. Type of final production. What is the final production? Now I'm going to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, type of, what is the final production? Final production. Final production. If the particular fiber is used for a particular end use, what type of garments are used? Now we are talking about the breathability. Concerned to breathability, now tell me, sportswear, that is okay, activewear, we are talking, that may be top, shirt or bottom, gloves, socks, sleeping bag, the soldiers, the army peoples are working in the -degree temperature. They have to struggle day to day life. Every day they have to struggle in the border, in the ice areas. For those people, those who are in the summer, hot temperature area, the soldiers who are working in the hot temperature area, the soldiers who are working in the very -degree cold areas, for all those required. These are all this, not only the sports persons, these are all required. Sleeping bag is also required breathability. The gloves require breathability, socks require breathability, pant, coat, mask, everything is breathability required. These are all end use. It depends upon the end use. Breathability is, we have to adjust. But don't think that, should not think that all these sleeping bags or the person who is working in the -degree area, -degree temperature area, this natural fibers will help to perform the end use requirement. The technology is required. Technology is required. Technology upgradation is required. That is doing nowadays. That is done nowadays. For that, new fibers, new finishes, new membranes are identified, invented. Still it is going on. Okay, for those to perform well function for the end requirement, highly performed. Performance what? It should satisfy the end. It should satisfy the end requirement or end consumer. That is too with the by passing in the third party lab. Okay, like that. So many factors are there. These factors are applying for not only synthetics, natural fibers. These are the things required. Hope you understood. Next class I am going to explain the mechanisms involved in breathing. Mechanisms, how the fabric is breathed. Okay, that techniques is there, what techniques is there, and also next in coming classes I will explain on what Columbia is. So, hope you understood.